All right, greetings. Thrilled to see so many people here today. We are going to talk about ace asking conventions and control showing bids today. Okay, for those of you who haven't met, my name is Kinlaw. How many of y'all play Blackwood and Gerber? Okay. How many of you play Roman keycard? Okay, good number of you. Because that, when we talk about an ace asking convention, for those of you who play Blackwood, Blackwood is asking for aces. Roman keycard is an improvement over Blackwood because it allows me to find out about not only the four aces, but also the king of trump and the queen of trump. So when we talk about ace asking conventions where we have a suit agreement, we're going to be talking about Roman keycard Blackwood. But what I have found is the most important part about ace asking conventions is when not to use them. Okay? Okay, because the ace asking conventions themselves takes a little bit of memory work, but just a little. And you have to be able to count to 5. Okay? And you have to make sure your partner can also count to 5. Show of hands. Anyone ever given the wrong response to a ace asking convention? Okay? Anybody ever gotten your partner to give you the right response, but not being able to figure out whether you had all 4 aces? Yes, and that's bad. Okay? The reason we have ace asking conventions to begin with is to avoid being in slam off 2 aces. Okay? Playing Roman keycard, we want to avoid being in slam off an ace or the king of trump and the queen of trump. So if I'm missing a key card, the 4 aces and the king of trump, and I'm missing the queen of trump, then in general I don't want to be in a contract for 12 tricks, because I don't know about y'all, but my guessing for the queen of trump when we have an 8-card fit, I'm about 50-50. Any questions before we get started? Okay, so guidelines. The only reason I'm ever going to trot out Blackwood or Gerber is if all I need to know about your hand is how many aces and potentially how many kings you have. And just tell me that, and I'll be able to place the contract.
And when you say Blackwood, does that include Roman keycard?
Roman keycard, yeah. Roman keycard. When I say Roman keycard or RKC, it's actually Roman keycard Blackwood. So thank you. Blackwood is an ace asking convention where we have suit agreement.
Okay.
So yes. So we have an option. Sure. Your partner opens a heart, and you say, bridge is a simple game. You say 1 spade. And your partner says 3 spades. Now you will note that on this hand, I do not have 2 losers in any one suit. Okay? That's important. If I have 2 losers in a suit, I'm not going to tend to use an ace asking convention until I've determined whether my partner can cover that suit. So with this hand, if my partner has 4 aces, what contract do I want to be in? 7 spades, 7 no trump. I'd probably pick 7 spades. I'm not going to be able to figure out whether these diamonds are going to play for 5 diamond tricks. But if they don't, then if we're in a spade contract, I can ruff the last 2. Okay, so I'd be looking for 7 spades. If my partner has 3 aces, what contract do I want to be in?
6 spades.
I want to be in 6 spades. If he has 2 aces, do I want to be in slam? No, and if he only has 1 ace, then I need to look for another partner. Because I could construct a hand that only has 1 ace that's worthy of a jump to 3 spades. Okay? In general, you don't want to trot out Blackwood if the answer is going to put your contract in jeopardy. Here I find that would be unlikely. Okay? Does that make some sense? Okay? Now, we are going to, and I'm just going to introduce you to Roman key card Blackwood now. Okay? The key cards are considered the 4 aces and the king of trump. Okay, so there are 5 key cards. Do y'all play 1430 or 3014? 1430, says the world. How many of y'all play on BBO? How many of y'all play with robots? What do the robots use? 3014. They do, yes. And it's like, oh, how'd I miscount that? So I'm going to, since we're in Richmond and Richmond uses 1430, we are going to talk about 1430. And the way you can remember 1430, oh, I wonder what the responses are. You're going to love this. So I am going to initiate my ace asking convention with 4-0. Okay, 4-0 is we have suit agreement. I am now asking about your key cards. If you just play Blackwood, this would be Blackwood. Okay, my responses are as follows. 5 clubs equals 1 or 4 key cards. The key cards are 4 aces and the king of trump. Okay, king of trump is more important than the king of non-trump. I don't care whether my partner has the king of clubs. I do care whether he has the ace. And if I change this to this, then I definitely care whether my partner has the king of spades. So we'll just leave it like this. Okay? 5 clubs is my partner has 1 or 4 of the 4 aces and the king of trump. You should be able to figure out which. Okay? 5 diamonds equals 0 or 3 key cards. Okay, so the 1430 is a mnemonic for the responses. Okay, 5 clubs is the cheapest response. That's 1 or 4. 5 diamonds is the second cheapest response. That's 0 or 3. Have we found out about the trump queen yet? No. Neither of these bids describe whether I have the trump queen or not. 5 hearts equals 2 or 5. You will know which. Without the trump queen. And 5 spades equals 2 or 5 with the queen. Okay, these are the initial responses and they're pretty simple. Okay, just a little bit more memory work than regular Blackwood. Of course, regular Blackwood, cheapest response is clubs, next is diamonds, next is hearts, next is spades. So this is a little more memory work, but just a little. And you get to find out about the trump queen. Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
What if it's 1 or 4, 0 or 3, and there's a queen involved? How do you
How do you ask?
Yeah, how do you ask that?
Ah. Okay. Make a little change. Okay, make a big change. Because here I really don't care about the trump queen. Okay, I've got 6 of them. My partner has 4 of them. On a good day, even if my partner only has 4, and if he doesn't have the queen, spades are going to break 2-1, and my ace king will fell the queen because we've got 10 of them. Any idea how often 3 cards split 2-1? About 78%. Oh my God, was that from nice lady in the back knew that? Okay. Then yeah, the microphone didn't work. So here I care about the queen. What's that? 13 count, my partner's. What does diamond, heart, 3 or diamond or heart, spade, 3 spades show? How many points should I expect my partner to have? He's either 18 and balanced, or he has an invitational hand, 16 plus, with heart that's on balance with hearts and spades. Okay. So this is, anybody ever made slam with less than 33 points? Yeah. Sure. What do you need to make slam? What do you need to fulfill a 6 spade contract? 12 tricks. Okay, partner has the ace of diamonds. All of a sudden, I'm thinking, okay, well, king, queen of spades, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs. Well, that's almost, well, let's see, 5 spades and 5 diamonds and, yeah, the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs. That sounds like 12 without breaking a sweat if my partner has those cards. Okay? So let's ask, how do we find out? Okay? So same auction. Am I interested in slam on this hand? Absolutely. Anytime you only have 12 cards, you should, because you've got extra shape. I've got 2 singletons. Oh, I'm going to add an X there. Okay. So you decide to trot out Roman key card. I don't have 2 losers in any suit. I can look at 12 tricks. If my partner has the right number of aces and kings. So 4 no, and my partner says 5 diamonds. So when he says 5 diamonds, how many key cards does he have? He's got 3. Well, that's what we need. So we aren't missing any key cards. Am I interested in 7 at this point? Moderately. Am I interested in 7 without the queen of trump? No. Okay, because I'm going to have to find the queen, and finding the queen is no better than a 50% shot. Okay, so without the queen of trump, I have no interest in 7. Okay, you're going to like this. Everybody have this? 5 clubs, 1 or 4. and my partner says 5 diamonds. Now, if 5 diamonds was the wrong response, nuts. We're off 2 key cards. All I want to do is, I don't want to be in slam. How can I get my partner to stop short of slam? I would bid 5 spades. If I ask for key cards and we have trump agreement and I don't want to be in slam, retreating to 5 of the trump suit is I don't want to be in slam. Okay. Actually, I'll say it a different way. It's saying I don't want to be in slam if you have the lower of the number that you bid. If you're showing 0 or 3, and I'm thinking you have 0 and you have 3, then I do want to be in slam, and you should accept when I try to sign off. But I'm assuming 0. Okay, and again, if you miscount, oops, go! No, it's 12 tricks, and 680. 5 making 6. Oops. So the way I ask for the trump queen is by bidding the next highest suit that is beneath 5 of our trump suit. Okay? The way I ask for the queen, if my partners give me an indeterminate response, 5 clubs or 5 diamonds, is to bid the next suit up. And that is a very specific question. Do you have the trump queen? And the message is, if you have the trump queen, I want to be in 6. If you have the trump queen, I want to be in 6, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't ask. Okay? So, yes, ma'am.
You said the next highest suit after the response?
Yeah, so my partner's bid 5 diamonds. So I would bid 5 hearts. Do you have the trump queen?
So if he had said 5 clubs, then you would have said 5.
Yes, if his response had been 5 clubs, I would have bid 5 diamonds. And if his response had been 5 clubs, 5 clubs shows 1 or 4, and I've got 2, so we have 3. So I don't want to be in slam. I would just bid 5 spades. Boy, I hope you have the trump queen, because if you don't have the trump queen, then even making 5 is in jeopardy. A little. Yes, ma'am.
I was just trying to think, what would be a situation where the hearts or the spades would mean 5? I mean, why would you even start if you didn't have any of them? Do you understand my question?
I do not. Ask again.
So I have none of the top 5. And so why would I ask? What would make it occur to me to go ace asking if they had all 5?
You're
2 or 5.
Let's say I have my partner's open 2 clubs or 2 no, and I have a long side suit headed by king queen. Then my partner, again, counting tricks. If my partner has all these aces, we're going to have his aces plus our fit in trump plus my fit in a side suit. So again, if I've got 0, I'm not interested unless my partner's shown a massive hand. Okay? But it could happen. Okay? Seriously, my partner's open 2 clubs and we find a fit. He doesn't need to ask me for key cards if he's got 5. He knows that answer. Okay? But if I have the right hand, I might ask him if I have some feature of my hand that makes me think it might add up to slam. Okay, good question. Yes, incredibly rare. But, okay, and the reason this is important, it never comes up until it does. Okay, I'm teaching on Wednesday night, and someone came up with a hand that said, yeah, I had all 5, and my partner bid Roman key card. I didn't know how to respond. I said, oh, it's pretty simple. 5 hearts is 2 without, 5 spades is 2 with, is what we've learned. It's actually 5 hearts is 2 or 5 without, 5 spades is 2 or 5 with. Okay, so on this hand, yeah, I don't care about the queen as much here, so I'm going to make this better. Now I've just got 4 spades to the ace. Now we're in an 8-card fit. Okay, so I'd like to know about the king and the queen. My partner bids 5 diamonds, showing 0 or 3, and it's going to be 3. Okay, 5 hearts is, do you have the trump queen? Now, if the answer is no, then I have a simple response. 5 spades. If the answer is yes, then we want to be in slam. Okay? 5 spades equals no. Okay? If the answer is yes, then I'm jumping all the way to 6 spades because we want to be in slam, except I've got 5 bids I can make between 5 spades and 6 spades, and those bids likely have some use. Okay. So 6 clubs equals trump queen and club king. Okay? So I'm asking, do you have the trump queen? 5 spades is no. If the answer is yes, then we want to be in 6 spades. I don't know if you're fishing for 7 or not, but if you are, I have the club king, if this is useful to you. And I'm going to bid my cheapest king. So 6 diamonds. And the diamond king. 6 hearts equals trump queen and heart king. Now, if I knew that my partner had the spade king, the spade queen, the heart queen, the diamond ace, and the club ace, yeah, I'm counting to, I don't want to be in 7-no trump because I don't know the diamonds are running, but I'd take a shot at 7 spades. I anticipate this adds up to 13 tricks. If my partner shows the club king, does that help me? Well, if he's got the club ace king, then that means I've got this loser. So yeah, I mean, I've got a heart loser, and it's going away if my partner has the heart king or the club king. Okay. Fun hand. And you'll note that I've put 3 or 4 hands up there in the course of this. Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
I'll go back to the opener's second bid.
3 spades?
Yes.
Okay.
So if they had, how would they do, if they just had 12 points?
2 spades.
What if they had 6 to 9?
Say again?
What if they, just the, okay, so 12, they would say.
Yeah, anytime, so diamond spade. Okay? If I have 4 spades, My next bid is going to be, absent anything exotic, 2 spades, minimum hand, 3 spades, invitational hand, 4 spades, 19 counting 4 spades. Okay? So the threshold between a minimum hand and an invitational hand is 16 is kind of a tweener. But if I had a balanced 16, do I have a way to show a balanced 16? I'm going to open it a no trump. Okay, so if it goes heart spade, 3 spades. Okay, I don't have that balanced 16 count because I would have opened that a no trump. Okay, so I have either a hand that's balanced with 18 or unbalanced with lengthened hearts, lengthened spades, and something that adds up to more than a minimum hand. Great question, and an important question. Yes, ma'am?
Sorry, can you repeat those limits, like what, 2 spades was minimum hand, 3 spades was invitational, 4 spades said you had?
A 19 count.
Okay.
Because to be in 4 spades, I'm looking for 25 points and 8 spades. So if I open a diamond and you say a spade, you're promising me 4 spades and 6 points. I see somebody's lips moving in the back that says, yeah, I'm promising 6, but have I ever responded with 5? Not something I go out of my way to do, but I'm sure that some of y'all might have. Yeah, you're going to respond with 5. You got a good 5 card, you got a 5 card suit and shortness somewhere. But if we're looking for 25 points and 8 spades, and you've only promised me 6 points and 4 spades, then when I jump to 4 spades, I'm saying you promised me 6 points and 4 spades. I'm bringing the rest to the party. So I've got every bit of a 19 count and 4 spades. Okay. So diamond spade, 2 spades is a minimum hand. Tends to be 12 to no more than 15. Okay, and it's not going to be balanced 15. Diamond spade, 3 spades is more than a minimum, less than the game going. Okay, good question. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
And if your suit is hearts, is there ever a situation where your answer to Roman key card is the 5 spades and you've lost your escape?
Yes.
Okay. That's just.
It's something to be cognizant of. Her question was, if our trump suit is hearts, and my partner's, so diamond heart, 3 hearts, 4 no, 5 spades. If 2 with the trump queen is going to be too high, you probably don't need to be asking in the first place. Okay? Good question. Now that is going to bring up something else that I am going to make a note of. And just to let you know, we have a wide variety of experience in this room. Okay? So anybody ever heard of kickback? 2 of you. I'm going to write it down. We'll get back to that at the end. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something, and this is true almost universally. If you have a suit, what suit do you want to have? Spades. Okay? Having spades is good because we can outbid the opponents at whatever level they're on. In Roman key card, it means that I always have the ability to not only not get overboard, but I have the ability to not get overboard and ask for the trump queen. Because I always will have at least one suit between my partner's 1 or 4, 0 or 3 response and 5 of our trump suit. So there's a way around that. Anybody here ever really fouled up an auction before? I'm not the only one, right? Okay. So we will come back to that. Any questions on, yes, sir?
So Roman key card works for all the suits? Does it work for all?
It works better for spades than others. Okay, it's early. Do I want to make everyone's head explode this early? That answer is no. So I'm going to answer your question with a statement. Okay? If diamonds is our agreed trump suit, if I had the ability to start asking for aces by bidding 4 hearts instead of 4 no trump, that would be better. Because that way I can always ask for the trump queen without getting overboard. Okay? Question, yes.
If it looks like we have the points and we know we have the key cards, do we have a slam?
Well, do we have a slam versus can we make a slam? If we have the points, and
It's
if
me to figure out what's going to work.
yeah, if in general you're looking for 33 points if you're balanced. If you're unbalanced, you're just looking for tricks. So if I've got on this hand 6 diamond tricks, I don't need as much outside to add up to 12 tricks. Okay, but in general, if we have the points and if we have the key cards, in general, we can make a slam. Now, anybody here ever had 2 finesses lose? Yeah. Oh! It looks like a good slam. Somebody brought me a hand before we started where we had 32 points between the hands. We had an 8-card spade fit missing the king-queen. And on that particular hand, the king-queen were both offside. Okay, behind the ace. So if spades is trump, or if anything is trump, I'm going to have to lose 2 spade tricks. Doesn't mean it wasn't a good slam. Means that, doggone it, I think we're in the right contract. This slam's going to make 75% of the time. This was not. Yeah, it's going to make 3 out of 4 times. We happen to have the 1 out of 4 where it's not going to work. Happens. Okay. Great question. Yes, ma'am.
This is just back to a basic thing. So if the jump from the 1 spade to 3 spades is 18 plus points, the 2 spades is 12 all the way to 17 or not?
No. So in general, diamond spade, 2 spades is minimum, 3 spades is invitational, 4 spades is game going. Okay? Invitational can be 18 and balanced. Because if I was 16 and balanced or 17 and balanced, I'm not opening 1 diamond. I'm going to open a no trump. So diamond spade, 3 spades, is either I'm 18 and balanced or I'm 16 or 17 with an unbalanced hand. Okay? Good question. Other questions? All right, so I am going to make one more change. Yep, making one more change. So now I have added the trump queen. I'm no longer curious about it. I no longer need to ask for the trump queen because I'm looking at it. Okay? So now we have an auction. I'm erasing this. And this is an absolutely, positively, every single time thing. Thou shalt not do this unless you satisfy this requirement. Okay? A 5 no trump bid, just like regular Blackwood. Diamond spade, 3 spades, 4 no, 5 hearts. 5 spades ask for king, or excuse me, 5 no trump ask for kings. It says, partner, I have interest in 7. Because if all I want to do is play 6, I would have bid 6. And we have all of the key cards. Because if we did not have all of the key cards, I am not interested in 7. Okay, if we don't have all the key cards, if we're missing an ace or we're missing the king of trump, by definition, I'm not interested in 7. So when I bid 5 no trump, I'm saying we have all the key cards and I'm interested in 7. Okay? If I know that we have 33 points between the two of us and I don't have a wildly unbalanced hand, I'm going to check for aces. But if we just have 33 points, I just want to be in slam if we're not missing the ace and the queen of trump. Or a key card and the queen of trump. I have no pretense that we belong in 7, so I'm not going to ask how many kings you have. 2 things. When I ask how many, did I do this right? Okay, well at least I'm asking the person whose hand is going to be down on the table. Okay, I have seen people who continue asking questions about the person who's going to be declarer's hand that they really shouldn't care about, and they're just giving information to the defense. Oh, well, declarer has 2 aces and the king of diamonds. Well, that's good information to have. So he probably doesn't have the king of clubs. And if you don't care, don't ask. Okay. So on this hand, again, partner's got the king of spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs. We have an 8-card fit. Okay, so if spades are 3-3 or 3-2, which they tend to be, that's our 68% from the nice lady in the back, then if my partner can cover this card with a king, then I would take a shot at 7 on this hand. 5 no trump, absolutely, positively. Partner, I am interested in 7. Tell me about your kings. And there are a couple of ways you can ask about kings, and we'll get to that in a bit. Yes, ma'am?
You only would do that if you have the queen of trump.
Or length that I don't care. So if I have 6 spades and you have 4, then I don't really care about the queen of trump because it likely falls in 2 rounds anyway. So either I have corresponding length or I'm looking at it. Good question. Because if I'm not looking at it on this hand, I'm going to ask. Great question. Other questions. So here, if my partner has a king outside of the trump suit, because he's already told me about that one, if he has a king outside of the trump suit, I want to be in 7. 5 no. Partner, we have all the key cards. We have all the key cards. I am interested in 7. Tell me about your kings. Okay? There are a couple of different responses here. Y'all play specific or okay? When I say 5 no trump, I'm asking about kings. I'm going to give you count first, and count is the same way it is with Blackwood. So count equals how many? Okay, and it's the responses are as you would expect. 6 clubs equals 0. 6 diamonds equals 1. 6 hearts equals 2. 6 spades equals 3. Okay, this is what you are accustomed to. Just remember that I've already told my partner about the king of spades. So if I've already told my partner about the king of spades, I don't tell him again. I don't count that as a king because I already counted that in my key card response. Does that make sense? Okay. And if my partner bids 6 clubs, I'll just bid 6 spades. If he bids 6 diamonds, partner can cover that card. On a good day, the rest of these add up to, I don't have any losers in my hand, and that's going to mean 7 spades instead of no trump. Okay. There is another set of responses. Frankly, it doesn't matter much which you use. There's only one person that it matters to, okay, and that would be your partner. And I've said this a number of times. It really doesn't matter what you play, as long as you and your partner are playing the same thing. If you and your partner know what all your bids mean, you don't really need a complex system to get to the right contracts. Do we have an 8-card fit? Do we belong in game or not? Okay, it doesn't take much of a system to figure out those 2 questions. Okay. The other set of responses is specific kings. So you should play one or the other. You can't play both. And you should know which one you are doing. Okay. Specific kings is, tell me about your kings. Do you have a king? And if you do, tell me which one it is. Okay. So 6 clubs would be club king. 6 diamonds would equal diamond king. No club king. Because I'm going to tell you the cheapest king I have. Okay. 6 hearts would be heart king. No others. And 6 spades would be none. Okay, I'm going to bid my cheapest king. Okay, so 6 clubs is I have the club king. I may have another king because you didn't ask me how many I had. You just asked me, did I have a specific one? Okay. 6 diamonds would be I have the diamond king, and because I bypass clubs, I don't have the club king. Okay, 6 hearts would be I have the heart king. Because I bypass clubs and diamonds, I don't have either of those. Yes, sir.
If trumps are spades, saying 6 spades sounds like
A sign-off.
Yeah.
Well, and again, 5 no trump. I am interested in 7. Do you have any kings? 6 spades would kind of be a sign-off. It's like, if you need a king from me, I don't have it. Because I would have been clubs, What's that?
You already said the king of spades is the key card.
Oh, right. This is just a retreat to 6 of the trump suit. Yes, sir.
What if you have 2 kings?
Okay. So you bid your cheapest one. Okay. So now I have this hand. Okay. Can I count to 7 at this point? No, I really need my partner to have both the club king and the heart king for me to be interested in 7. Okay. So 6 clubs is I have the club king. If I am interested in another king, I will bid the suit that I am interested in. Is this getting complex? Oh God, yes! Okay? So after I ask about a specific king, and if we're playing specific kings, and all I care about is the heart king, okay, then if my partner answers me in clubs, I should have a way to ask about the one I'm interested in. I'm just going to bid the suit of the one I'm interested in. Okay, so 6 clubs, I have the club king. If that gets me to 7, then I'll bid 7. If it doesn't, then I'll bid 6. If I still want, and it's got to be a good answer because he's got a king. If I'm interested in the heart king, I'll bid 6 hearts.
So you're asking a question?
Yep. Okay, is this, and then my partner will bid 6 spades is no, 7 spades is yes. Because if I'm still asking questions, and I'm still interested in 7, and you have what I'm looking for, we belong in 7. Now I'm going to give you some advice about bidding 7. Okay? Not don't. But don't do it unless you can count 13 tricks. Okay, you don't want to be fishing for a side suit queen for the trump queen and be in a 7 contract. Okay, in general, I want to be in 7 if I can count 13 tricks. Have a story for you. I used to play bridge. A fellow named Jeff Selbst. Yeah, a really good player. Played in Richmond, well, about 25 years ago. Kind of took me under his wing. And we had a auction. I'm not going to tell you what the results of the auction is yet. You'll be able to figure it out. So he said, Ed, on any hand where you can make slam, okay, if there's 10 pairs playing, in general, there might be 2 pairs that bid it to slam, 2 or 3. The rest of the room is going to be in game and not exploring for slam. And there's going to be one unfortunate pair that doesn't make it to game. Unfortunately, on this hand, we're the unfortunate pair that didn't make it to game. Kind of stuck. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I've never done either of those, asking for kings. If you were gonna recommend I learn one, which one would you recommend?
Whichever your partner can remember.
You're indifferent to either, I mean, they're really both equally.
There's going to be times where I just need to know about the heart king.
And that would be the specific.
Where I don't care about so give me, and I'm going to, am I doing this on the fly? Yes. So here the club king doesn't really do me any good, but the heart king fills out my hand. So here I care about the heart queen. In general, it's not going to matter as much whether you're doing count or specific. But on this particular hand, I need to know about the king of hearts. I don't want to be in slam. I don't want to be in 7 and have to take a heart finesse or have to take 2 heart finesses if my partner doesn't have the king or the jack. Okay, so here's specific kings is going to be useful. In general, it doesn't really matter much. Okay. Same thing between everybody that plays Roman key card plays 1430. Why? Because the people that you play with play 1430. Because we live in Richmond, and in Richmond, everybody plays 1430. Nothing the matter with that. Now, truth be told, is there a big improvement in 1430 over 3014? Nope. Doesn't really matter which one you play. Okay, there was some scientific stuff done in the bulletin a few years back that said something like playing 1430 is going to get you to a better spot maybe 52, 53% of the time. Really not much, because I want to hear about, I'm more likely to care about 1 than I am to care about 0. And the answer to 1 is going to keep me at a lower contract. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you said that bidding 6 cards says, do you have a hot key?
Only if we're asking about specific kings, and my partner has shown me a king below hearts. So we are playing specific kings, whereas 5 no trump. I want to know specifically what kings you have. Okay? If I care about the heart king and you bid 6 clubs, I should have a way to ask about the heart king. Because again, I care about specific kings. The way I would ask is by bidding the one I care about after you show me one beneath that. You told me you had clubs. Do you also have hearts? Okay. Little obtuse. Yes, ma'am.
What's the answer to the heart ask?
6 spades is no, 7 spades is yes. Because again, if I'm still asking, I'm asking because I've got interested in 7. So if you have what I'm asking for, we want to be in 7. If you don't, we want to be in 6. Okay?
It only works if you're in spades is your trump.
It's good to have spades. Yes. Okay? Questions, comments? All right. Let's take a break. So it was pointed out that, Ed, you left out a part about Roman key card. God, I hate that. So your hand is this. Okay, fine hand. How do you open this fine hand? I'm going to open a heart. Partner says a spade. Gosh. Made my hand look better. Well, I have, what's that, a 16 count? I've got a void. 3 spades looks about right. I wouldn't argue strenuously with 4 clubs for those of you who play splinters, but just for fun, I'm going to say you bid 3 spades. Okay. Partner bids 4 no. Now, you learned this potentially very, 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 very early in your ace asking career. Are voids aces? No. Voids are not aces. Voids are voids, aces are aces. Now they have the same effect. In theory, I'm not going to lose any clubs on this hand, and having the ace of clubs would satisfy not losing the first club trick. But voids are not aces. Partners ask for key cards. Okay? Do I have a way to show voids? Only if you've discussed it. Okay? If I have no key cards, then I have no key cards. I'm going to show no key cards. Okay? 5 no equals 2 key cards and a void. If you are bidding 5 no, it is vitally important that your partner also knows that you have 2 key cards and a void. This is somewhat standard once you've heard it. Until you've heard it, 5 no. Well, that isn't 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, 5. That doesn't seem to be one of the allowable responses. Because it is not what I expected, it should have some meaning, and the meaning is 2 with a void. Okay. In theory, it shows an even number with a void. That even number will never be 4. Okay. If you have 1, that's about right. If you have 1, then you will bid, you will jump to 6 of your void suit. Okay, seriously, writing it down. So 6 clubs equals 1 or 3. And the answer almost is never 3. With a void. And club void. 6 diamonds. And 6 hearts. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 1 heart pass, 1 spade. Why would the opener not come back and say 2 hearts to say they have 6 hearts? All you know is your opponent has 6 points and 4 spades.
That's a great question. And I've said this a few times. Once you find out that you have an 8-card fit, you don't need to explore for a second 8-card fit. The other thing is, in general, this hand tends to play at least as well in spades as it will in hearts. If we're in spades, I can pull 2 rounds of trump and then run hearts and pitch losing stuff. Okay? But yeah, once you find an 8-card fit in a major, I'm not going to say you can stop exploring, but you can stop exploring. Okay? Once we found an 8-card fit in a major, that tends to be where we're going to play. Okay, now somebody asked me during the break whether we were going to talk about voids. Was this this was it? Okay, so now no one is going to be able to say, Ed, you didn't talk all the way about Roman key card. Okay, I have now taught you everything I know about roaming keycard. Pretty much. Any questions before we move on? Yes, ma'am.
This might be a ditzy question, but in my notes, it might be from the green book, and I know this is not the person who on the board, he has a void. My notes say, don't use Blackwood if you have a void.
That is a true statement. Oh my gosh. It's like, okay. So I've taught you everything I know about roaming keycard. I thought about this. If we have suit agreement, a jump to the 5 level in a different suit is something called exclusion Blackwood. Says partner, yes, and I'm not even writing it down. I'm going to say it, and if you catch it, it'll be interesting. So let's say that I have a void in diamonds. If I have a void in diamonds, I don't care about whether you have the ace of diamonds or not, but I do care about the other suits. So if the auction goes something like 1 spade, pass, 3 spades, pass, 5 diamonds. What in the world is that? We have spade agreement. Could my partner possibly be introducing a second suit and want to play this hand at the... No. So this should be something specific, and it's going to be, I'm going to say something like this. Does this come up much? Gosh, no. Okay, but seriously, on this particular hand, I would like to know whether my partner has the ace of hearts and or the ace of clubs. I don't really care about the ace of diamonds. So if I bid 4 no trump on this hand and find out that my partner has 2 aces or 2 key cards, I'm not finding out what I need to know because I don't care about the ace of diamonds. Okay, so if I jump to 5 diamonds, it's called exclusion Blackwood. Partner, tell me your key cards in 1430, whatever flavor you play, outside of the diamond suit. Okay? And now I'm going to Forrest Gump you and say, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Except I have a question. Yes, ma'am?
Sorry. 3 spades though, isn't that a weak bid?
Okay. So 1 spade past 3 spades, is that weak? Well, it depends on what you play. Okay, some people play that it is. Some people play that it's invitational. Okay, with 4 pieces. 3 spades always shows 4 pieces. Some people play it weak. Those people play Bergen, probably. Nothing the matter with that. In standard, 1 spade, 3 spades is an invitational hand. 10 or 11 with 4 spades. Okay. So yes, if my partner were making a weak bid, I wouldn't care. I'd just bid 4 spades and hope that things worked out. Okay. Questions, comments? Yes, ma'am.
So, based on what Sissy asked, is what you had written up there previously with respect to the void, null and void?
No. If I have a void, it is likely that finding out how many aces and how many kings you have will not get me to the right spot. So I'm not going to use Blackwood in general with a void. Okay, because it's just not Blackwood or Gerber, all I need to know is how many aces, how many kings you got. Okay, so in general, if you have a void, you should not be using Blackwood. Because Because it's just not going to give you because I don't care about the ace of diamonds here. Ace of diamonds doesn't do me anything. If I find out my partner has an ace, that's great. Until it's the ace of diamonds and I lose the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs. Yes, ma'am.
What is the 5 diamonds asking for?
That's a great question. And this is, seriously, if we're writing stars on stuff that this is complex and how often it comes up, this is Roman key card is a common bid. A lot of people play it. It's not as complex. 5 exclusion Blackwood is, seriously, I teach Life Masters on Wednesday nights, and if I said exclusion Blackwood, I would have blank stares looking back at me in general. Doesn't come up much, but because someone asked, okay, 5 diamonds, if you play this. Hey, Bill, do you play exclusion Blackwood? Never heard of it. Okay, so I'm going to give you some, I play with a couple people in this room. I'm not going to trot out bids that I know that, yeah, this is going to give me the information I have. It doesn't do me any good unless your partner plays it. This is a advanced topic that I decided to toss out because someone asked the question. And playing exclusion Blackwood, 5 diamonds says, tell me about your key cards, not counting diamonds. I don't care about diamonds. Because I don't care about diamonds. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if the void were the clubs instead of the diamonds, would you say 5 clubs?
Absolutely. So exclusion Blackwood is just going to hit you over the head. 1 spade, 3 spades, 5 clubs. What in the world is that? Oh. Okay, and if you've had the conversation, 5 clubs would be exclusion Blackwood. Tell me about your key cards, not counting clubs because I don't care about the ace of clubs because I have a void. Okay. Any questions, any comments?
And how does your partner respond to your 5 diamond bid?
1430. 1 or 4 would be hearts. 0 or 3 would be. Yep. Okay, your partner opens a diamond. You say, spade. Your partner says 3 spades. Hey, this is great. I've got 15 points. My partner has 17, 18. Certainly there's a slam in the offing. Any issues? I've got 2 losing clubs. So if we are off the ace king of clubs, do I want to be in slam? I do not want to be in slam. Is there a message a general message I would like to convey to my partner? I'm interested in slam. I'm worried about clubs. Okay? Everybody with me? I'm interested in slam. And on this particular hand, I'm worried about clubs. I could be worried about another suit. Okay? So the way to get around this is with a control showing bid. Okay? When I looked at the green book, it said, don't use Blackwood if you have a void. Truer words have never been spoken. It did not say, try not to use Blackwood if you have 2 quick losers in a suit. Okay? So here, I have interest in slam. I'm worried about clubs. Okay. Now, first of all, before we go there, is three spades forcing? No. So if I had this hand, partners give me an invitation. I'm not interested. Okay? So, three spades is invitational. Pass is no. How about now? Am I interested in slam? No, but do I want to be in game? So I want to be in game, so I would bid four spades. Okay, so diamond spades, three spades. Invitational. Pass is no. Four spades is yes. If you are interested in slam, you will bid anything else. Because if all I want to do is play four spades, I would bid four spades. If I didn't want to be in game, I would pass. So give me this. Am I interested in slam? Yep. Partner should have 18-ish or 17, 16 with an unbalanced hand. I really like my ace of diamonds. Okay. So with this hand, I'm going to bid anything else. I'm not going to bid three spades. I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to bid four spades. The anything else will tend to be an ace. Okay. So with this particular hand, I would bid four diamonds. Do I want to play this hand in diamonds? No, we're playing bridge. We have an 8-card major suit fit. We're going to play in spades. Okay. When I bid four diamonds, I'm interested in slam, because if I wasn't, I would just pass. And if all I want to do is play game, I would bid four spades. So here I've got the ace of diamonds. Anytime I make a control showing bid, I'm inviting my partner to also make a control showing bid. That means he's going to tell me about any aces he has between what I've bid and four of our agreed trump suit. Okay. Is there a question in the back?
Control showing bid, just define that again.
Sure. And it goes along with, if all I want to do is play game, I'm going to bid four spades. Her question was,
It relates. In Richmond, either an ace or a king for control. I wanted to figure maybe your opinion about that.
well,
I was wrong. Never mind.
no. Okay. Yeah, Govan. So I remember playing with Govan, and there's two types of control showing bids. The first one's easy. Show an ace. The second one is show an ace or a king. Okay, showing an ace or a king becomes potentially murky. How do I know this? Well, Govan and I were a pretty serious partnership. We had a similar auction, diamond spade, three spades. He bid four clubs. And I'm thinking, okay, he's got the ace of clubs. That makes my hand. He's interested in slam. So I bid four no, and he showed 0 or 3.
and I know he had the ace of clubs, so it had to be 3. So I asked for the queen, and he showed me 6 clubs, which said he had the club king. It's like, oh, well, if he's got the ace, if he's got 3, and he also has the club king, then I want to be in 7. 7 spades, double. So he had 0. He showed me the king of clubs with his first control bid, and we hadn't had this discussion. So when I bid key card and then asked for the queen, he decided since he'd already showed me the club king, he would also show me the club queen. And I was playing against actually former student. And he had the courtesy not to laugh at us. But yeah, nice bidding system. Down 3. Doubled. So, because we're missing 3 key cards. It wasn't a hard double to make. Okay, so the question was, some people Q-bid only aces. Some people Q-bid aces and kings. Unless you are in a advanced partnership where you have had this discussion, I would encourage you to only Q-bid aces. Don't Q-bid voids, don't Q-bid singletons, Q-bid aces. Just makes things easier. There's going to be times where I'm interested in slam and don't have a control showing bid I can make. When that happens, under the version of anything else, 3 no trump would be anything else. Partner, I'm interested in slam. I don't have an ace I can show you. Okay. Getting back to this hand, and we are going to Q-bid aces. Okay. I'm going to bid 4 diamonds. Partner, first, I'm interested in slam. If I wasn't, I would just bid 4 spades. Second, I have the ace of diamonds. Third, because I'm interested in slam, it is likely that there is a suit that I am worried about. Okay? Because I have bypassed clubs to bid 4 diamonds, it is likely that clubs is the suit that I am worried about. So on this hand, I'm bidding 4 diamonds. I anticipate my partner's going to, what do I think my partner's going to bid?
5 clubs.
4 spades.
He could bid 4 spades. If he bids 4 spades, he's showing he doesn't have the ace of hearts. Because if he had the ace of hearts, because I started a control showing auction, he would continue that through 4 of our suit. Okay, doesn't need extras to do that. Okay, just if I start asking, showing interest, and telling you about my aces, you should show me any ace you have between here and the 4 of our trump suit. So my partner would bid 4 hearts or 4 no. If I told my partner I was interested in slam, and he had well, that isn't big enough. Yeah, so that's about right. So diamond, spade, 3 spades. Unbalanced, he's got diamonds and spades. 4 diamonds. I'm interested in slam. I have the ace of diamonds. Shazam! Okay, he's got the ace of diamonds. That fills out my diamond suit. All I need to know now is key cards. So he would bid 4-no and check back on the ace queen of spades, and I got him. And we get to this really good 7 spade contract. 7 no trump also works, but again, when do you want to be in 7 no trump? When you can count 13 tricks. Some people want to be able to count 14 just in case they can't count to the 13 correctly. That was funny. Okay? So yeah. So once I show interest, my partner will do something intelligent. If he doesn't get all the way to where he wants to be, okay. Not a thing of beauty, but diamond spade. What I put a 15 count? 15 count with singleton ace. This looks like a 2.5 spade bid. I'd bid 3 spades with this. I'm not going to bid 2 spades with this because that would seem to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not aggressive, pessimistic. I got a 2.5 spade bid. I'm on the bottom end of bidding 3 spades. I'm going to bid 3 spades. Okay, my partner bids 4 diamonds. Is he interested in slam? Yes. Okay, does he have a problem in clubs? Yes. Do I have a problem in clubs? Yes. So we can take 14 tricks on this hand after we lose the first 2 clubs. Actually, 15 tricks after we lose the first 2 clubs. Okay? So this cue bidding sequence, and here I would just bid, well, I'd still bid 4 hearts, just in case my partner was doing something unusual, but he'll, with this hand, bid 4 spades. And he has now pinpointed, partner, I got a problem in clubs. So if you also have a problem in clubs, we do not want to be in this 15 trick slam because we're going to lose the first 2 club tricks. Yes, ma'am. Nice lady in back.
This bidding sequence, what, I've lost track of, would he say, give him the ace of clubs now?
This one?
Yeah. Or king, queen of clubs, give him king, queen.
King, queen of clubs.
So what if he did over, if he says 4 spades, what do we then say? We just let it go? 'Cause
Oh no! Here I don't have 2 quick losers. King, queen is
right, but you said 4 diamonds, I don't have the ace of diamonds, I've lost track.
And that ace of clubs.
diamond, spade, 3 spades, 4 diamonds. Okay? With this hand, I'd bid 4 hearts. Or I could bid, what is this, 18 count? If I had king, queen of clubs, or even king X, I might bid 4-no. Except who's playing this? My partner's playing this. So yeah, my partner's worried about clubs. I'm not. I'm just going to check on keys and hope that my partner has the ace. Okay? Yes, sir.
He has to show the heart first. If you then show your ace of spades, can you do that to ask about the club?
Okay, I'm not showing my ace of spades. And this is where it becomes curious. Okay? If we're playing in spades, my 4 spade bid says, partner, I've cue-bid all that I can. Unless you have something else you can show me, I don't have a desire to get past 4 spades.
But he's not going to skip the heart to go to clubs, is he? If he has both the ace of hearts and the ace of clubs, isn't he going to go up the line with the aces?
He will, but if he had the ace of clubs and the ace of hearts, and partner told me he was interested in slam, but was worried about clubs. If I had the ace of clubs, I could say, I'm not worried about clubs. Tell me about your key cards. So change it back to this. Okay, here I don't have two quick losers in any suit. Okay, my partner's shown me the ace of diamonds. Okay, so with this hand, I'm just going to go to key card.
Well, I was just wondering if you say you don't have the king, queen, or diamond, and you've got the ace of hearts.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So if I'm That's about right. So I've got this hand. I could show the ace of hearts, but because I've got them both, frankly, I would just ask for key cards at this point. If I had this hand, frankly, I would have to guess. Okay, my partner showed a hand that's interested in slam, has the ace of diamonds. He bypassed clubs. I'm not worried about clubs. I just have to hope that my partner's hand that is interested in slam and has the ace of diamonds also has a heart control. Okay, because if I bid 4 spades here, that would say I want to play 4 spades, and my partner isn't going to move forward with that with 2 losers in clubs. So with this hand, I would probably just do boy, I hope this works. North, south, east, west. Okay. 4-0, and hope that we don't have 2 heart losers. Because my partner expressed concern about clubs, I got those covered. Can this get murky? A little. Okay, but again, message is, I have interest in slam, and I have a side suit that I'm worried about. Because if I didn't have a side suit I was worried about, I'd probably just be asking for key cards. Question?
Just so I understand the lingo. I thought Q-bids were when you bid your opponent's suit. Are you calling Q-bids because you keep bidding spades?
I hope I haven't said Q-bids. Have I been saying? Oh, just shoot me. Sorry, we're talking about control showing bids. Very sorry. Q-bids are, yes, the opponents have bid a suit and I'm bidding their suit. That's a Q-bid. These are control showing bids. And actually, some people use them synonymously and they aren't. Control showing bids show aces. Q-bids are beyond the scope of what we're going to talk about. Any questions, any comments? Yes, ma'am.
So after the sequence that you have there, where the responder has asked for information about aces, and you responded that you have the hearts covered, and they've said, and the responder has said, that's not what I was interested in, would the opener then ever go to 5 clubs to show that he also has clubs covered, or is that not?
Yeah, once you start using control showing bids past 4 of our trump suit, we've given up the ability to check back on aces, kings, and queens in our trump suit. There are going to be times where that's important. Have a story for you. Back when I played bridge, I actually traveled with George Lewis to a regional, and we decided to play with somebody that was not somebody I would choose to play with again. Okay? And we had a control showing sequence. It was beautiful. Found out we had all the controls outside of the trump suit. But because we didn't ask for, and we got to 7, which in theory was misguided, because we were off the trump queen. Didn't ask. So we were in 7 off the trump queen, an 8-card fit, and the finesse didn't work. And, we were 7 spades down 1. So we came back to compare with our teammate, and he just lit into us. By the way, if you're in a team game, in theory, you got to choose who you play with. Don't light into your teammates. They're doing their best. If they know they made a mistake, guess what? They know they made a mistake. Anyway, this guy just went, I can't believe it. They were in 4 spades. They stopped in slam, and we should have, but we lost. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Can I just clarify? I just want to make sure. When you're doing control showing bids, or when you're doing one of Trump key cards, both of those show interest in slam, right?
Yes.
And the difference is you do the control showing when you have a question about, when you're not sure about whether you have control in the suit.
Yes, because we might have, if we have 2 quick losers in a suit, it doesn't really matter whether we have all the rest of the key cards. So making a control showing bid allows me to express concern about a suit. And if my partner has the same concern about a suit, so let me give you another.
And if you have concern, like if you have concern about clubs, or your partner knows they have clubs in that situation, so then they can just go on there and ask for ace, or ask for key cards.
Same hand, or same bidding. Diamond, spade, 3 spades. Interested in slam? Interested in slam, not sure about the heart suit. Let's see if we can pinpoint that for our partner. My bid here would be 4 clubs. My partner is going to say 4 diamonds, because he's got the diamond. And I'm going to say 4 spades. Partner, I have interest in slam. You know this because I bid 4 clubs. I've got the club ace. I've got interest in slam. You showed me the diamond, and that wasn't enough to allay my concerns. So I have concerns in hearts. I've now described this hand to a T. Interest in slam, concern about hearts. My partner will do something intelligent, which means if he has 2 losers in hearts, we will stay out of a good slam that has to lose 2 hearts. Those 2 don't seem to belong in the same sentence together.
So he would pass.
He would pass if he had concern about hearts. If he had this hand, yeah. So give him this. Diamond, spade, 3 spades. Partner bids 4 clubs here. Okay, my partner got interest in slam and has the club ace. At this point, I don't have losers in any suits. I can just ask for key cards. Now, is the king of diamonds a big card here? Sure is. So let's go to, let's bid this one. Okay, now we're going to do this. Okay, so 4 clubs. I ask. 4 no. 4 no, I have how many key cards? This hand is asking. Okay, so how many key cards does this hand have? 2, and do they have the queen? They have the queen, so their response would be 5 spades. Gosh, that's great. Am I interested in 7? I don't know that I'm interested in 7, but if my partner had the king of diamonds, that would get me excited. Right? We have all the key cards. Once you have all the key cards, 5 no if you play specific kings. Okay? Partner's going to bid. What's partner going to bid? 6 clubs. Does that help me? No. What else? What do I need to know about? Diamonds. Do I have a way to find out about the diamond king? 6 diamonds. Partner, that's great that you have the club king. Do you also have the diamond king? Why, yes, I do. 7 spades. God, this is a great game.
Can you do that without specific and use the other?
If you're using count, you can't get there because the ace of the king of heart, the king of clubs, and the king of hearts doesn't tell you what you need to know. So doing count, 5 no. I've got 2. 2 would be clubs is 0, diamonds is 1, hearts is 2. 6 hearts. You say, okay, 2 out of 3 times my putter is going to have the diamond king. Okay, 1 out of 3 he's not, and if he doesn't, I don't want to be anywhere near 7. If he does, I do. Yes, sir.
With that hand, you can discard your heart on the king of clubs. So actually, either thing could work.
Yeah, except I need the king of diamonds. Yeah, I don't care about... So another king is useful, but I need to know about the king of diamonds.
Okay.
King of diamonds means I'm not taking a finesse for this suit. Yes, ma'am.
After that 4 clubs, if you were void in hearts, would you go to 4 no? I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Fun.
One more on top.
Yeah, one more on top.
X under ace.
I would just press that.
Okay. Fun hand. I don't know why the opponents aren't bidding hearts. We'll leave that mystery for another day. So with this hand, okay, my partner bids 4 clubs. And do I want to ask for aces? Do I want to bid Blackwood with this hand at the bottom? No, because my partner, the ace of hearts doesn't matter to me. So how do I get around this? Let me tell you. I'm going to bid 4 diamonds. And my partner's going to bid, what's my partner going to bid? With this hand. So we're having a Q bid. Why did he Q bid to begin with? Sorry. Thank you. Control bid. Okay, so 4 diamonds. Or 4 clubs, 4 diamonds. Partner's going to bid 4 spades. He's worried about hearts. Does my partner have the heart ace? No. So on this hand, I actually could ask for key cards, knowing that whatever my partner doesn't show me, he doesn't have the heart ace. Okay, so if partner shows me 2 with, he doesn't have the heart ace. So he doesn't have that ace. So he has the ace of spades, the ace of clubs. Okay? So you can, instead of using Blackwood with a void indiscriminately, if your partner starts a control showing sequence, or if you start a control showing sequence, you can determine whether your partner shows a control in the suit you're concerned about or not. Okay? Does this make some sense? Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Different hand. So this is the hand. Okay? So diamond, spade, 3 spades.
4 clubs. 3 no trump.
Hold on.
4 no trump.
Yeah, 4 clubs. Here, okay, my partner's interested in slam, has the ace of clubs. By the way, this is an advertisement for why I Q-bid aces instead of Q-bidding kings. Nice lady in the back. Thank you. Control bid. 4 no.
5 spades.
5 spades. 2 with. 5 no. Using specific kings. Okay. 6 clubs. Six clubs shows the club king. I don't care about the club king. What I care about is the diamond king. So I'm going to bid 6 diamonds.
So you're not saying you have an ace or a king in that, because you've already gone with the kings.
Five no is tell me, I'm interested in 7, tell me about your kings.
And so when you say 6 diamonds, you're saying I'm worried about it.
Yes, I'm asking about the diamond instead of showing the diamond. Because there's a reason, if we play specific kings, there's a reason I want to know about specific kings, and it's because I need to know about the king of diamonds. Yes, ma'am.
By bidding the 6 diamonds, he's saying if you do have the ace of diamonds.
The king of diamonds.
And the king of diamonds bid 7.
Yep. Yep. So once I bid 5 no, I'm interested in 7. If you show me the club king and I ask for the diamond king, the only reason I want to know about the diamond king is I want to be in 7. Okay? Questions, comments? Yes, sir.
Aren't you going to lose to the king of hearts one trick?
Well, after I take my 6 spades, 6 diamonds, and ace king of clubs, if I was in 9 spades, yes. In the fullness of time, no, because my hearts go away on the good diamonds. Yes, sir.
So after 3 spades, 3 no trump is also control asking?
It's showing interest, but actually denying a control. Let's say I've got a 14 count without an ace. Okay, I'm interested. I don't want to just go to 4, but I don't have an ace to show you. And if that message, if my partner gets that message, which he will, partner's interested in slam, if he's got aces and kings, he can take the lead. Good question. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
What level does control start? 3?
Tends to show at the start at the 3 level.
So if you 1 spade, 2 spades.
Doesn't exist. There is no hand where I'm interested in slam if you're showing me 10 points in 3 spades. So in general, my partner's gonna have an invitational hand, and I've got to have a slamish hand for us to be interested. Okay, good question. Now, if you play 2 over 1, which we'll talk about next week, had a fun sequence with, I occasionally play with whoever walks in the door. Becky Duty walked in the door once, had like 7,500 points. Her partner didn't show up. There was a half table. Sure, let's play. We had a auction that went 1 spade, pass 2 clubs, pass 2 diamonds, pass 2 spades. Partner has a game going hand with 3 spades. Okay, and because we played 2 over 1, 2 clubs set up a game for us, so I was able to start making control showing bids at the 3 level. Doesn't happen often. Okay, but yeah, control showing bids tend to be after someone has shown interest by bidding 3 of our major. Okay, questions, comments? Now you will note, those of you who are paying attention, you know who you are, that we haven't talked about Gerber yet. Why haven't we talked about Gerber yet? It doesn't come up that much. Really doesn't. In general, so partner opens 1 no, pass 4 clubs. What does 4 clubs say? Why do I start any ace asking sequence? I'm interested in slam, and all I need to know from you is how many aces and how many kings you have, and I can place the contract. Okay? Well, those hands don't come up all that much over a no trump. You know what I get more often? So, how many tricks can I take here? Player of my caliber, and take 2 spades, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, and on a good day, 3 clubs. Might make it up to 11. Might take 3 spades, might make it up to 12, but by this time I've lost a couple of tricks. So what I'm going to tell you, and this is the important lesson, it is really rare that I care how many aces you have if you've opened no trump. Okay. I should have something like an unbalanced hand, no more than 2 losers in any suit. Okay, and those don't come up all that often. So on this hand, 1 no, I bid 4 no. It's invitational. Says partner, you told me you had 15 to 17. If you have 17, I want to be in slam. Okay, if you have 16, exercise judgment. If you have 15, you just want to pass. And this hand has, what I put up there, 16, and not a bad 16. It doesn't have 10s and 9s. 10s and 9s occasionally are useful. Okay, so this is a hand that if this hand invited, I've got 16. 16 with a 5-card suit I would accept. 16 with a balanced hand like this, I would tend to pass. And we get to 4 no trump. Can a player of my caliber make 4 no trump? Player of my caliber can make 4 no trump on this hand by taking, I don't know, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, 2 clubs, and 2 spades before sweating. So give me this, and this hand's going to accept. I've got a 17 count. Is this going to add up to 12 tricks? Maybe. Okay, if you get lucky, you've got queen third of clubs over here. So you've got 4 club tricks, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 2 spades. Well, that's 12 tricks. That's pretty much the only route I have to 12 tricks. That happens, 18% of the time? So if it works, you should feel free to buy a lottery ticket on the way home. 33-point slams aren't as successful as 34-point slams, aren't as successful as 35-point slams. So now let me show you a hand where I do care about aces. What can we make? Partner open a no trump, and I've got that thing of beauty. I don't know. If partner has 2 aces, would I want to be in slam? If he has 1 ace, would I want to be in slam? I would take my chances. My partner's got 16 points somewhere. A good partner would have queen of hearts, king of spades, something that filled out my hand. Okay, so on this hand, 1 no, pass, 4 clubs. Okay, Gerber. It's incredibly simple. All I'm asking for is aces and potentially kings. Okay, and the response is going to be the cheapest response shows the worst possible result. Four diamonds equals 0 or 4. 4 hearts equals 1. 4 spades equals 2. 4 no trump equals 3. So, is it important to be able to count up to 4? Really is. So give me something like this. You know? Do I want to be in slam if partner has 3 aces? I'll make it better for you. Do I want to be in slam if partner has 3 aces? If partner has 4 aces, do I have a good place for us to play? Yeah. So again, Gerber tends to be unbalanced hands with long suits. Okay. Now, I've gone over one note trump. Change it to this. Two note. Now what's my partner showing me? 20 or 21. So I don't need as good of a hand. I could have, but I still have to have no more than 2 losers in any one suit. Okay? Gerber. But change it to this. Okay? Now I'm no longer interested in 6. Okay, and frankly, I just bid Stamen and hope that a good partner is going to have a spade stopper. Questions, comments? Yes, ma'am.
So, if you're in a no trump bidding thing and it starts with no trump, but it goes to Stamen and you explore a suit and then you end up back in no trump, that's not Gerber anymore, or is it?
Hey, Brian, got a question for you. It's important that you get this question right. Okay, because if you get this wrong, you're going to have an unpleasant conversation at some point. So, no trump, pass, 2 clubs, pass, 2 spades, pass. Huh. What is that? Okay, 10 seconds. So let me make it better for you. There are a number of possibilities on this. This is an advanced bid. Some would play it as a splinter bid. Some would play it as kickback Gerber, as key card Gerber, which doesn't exist. I'm not going to talk about, but it does exist, but I'm not going to talk about it. So when am I going to give you this one? Okay, it's going to be Gerber. So what in the world could my partner have for that? Yeah, okay. However misguided this is. Okay, I was checking for an 8-card major suit fit. We didn't have one. Now I want to check on aces. Okay, does that look right with this hand? What I put up there, an 18 count? Yeah, it's not awful. I might just bid 6 no trump with this hand and not worry about. But, you know, checking for an 8-card major suit fit is a good concept. If this hand can make 6 of a major, it's likely it's also going to be able to make 6 no trump. The answer to the question is, what in the world is my partner doing? I have no idea what their hand is, but this is Gerber. Gerber's over first or last, no trump. Gerber's on over first or last, no trump. Is there an exception to that? Yeah. So, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no is a few different ways to play it. Some people play it as 25 to 27. On this sequence, I would encourage you to play 4 clubs equals Stamen, because it still might be important to find an 8-card major suit fit. So, with one of my regular partner, or used to be a regular partner, we had something on our card called not just Gerber, but Super Gerber.
What was the 3 no point count?
Yeah, it depends on how you play it. But 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no is 22, 24. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no's, 25 to 27. If you play 3 no trump as a strength showing bid, then that might differ a little. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no, 22, 23. 3 no opener is 24, 25. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no's, 25, 27. But it's some big hand. I'd encourage you to play Stamen and Jacoby transfers are on. Okay. So 4 clubs would be Stamen. So to bid Gerber, if all I wanted to care about was Gerber, if 4 clubs is Stamen, then 5 clubs becomes Gerber. Super Gerber.
What would a Jacoby Trudeau trump sequence look like that as you're describing it now?
Jacoby Tuno?
I thought you just said Jacoby.
Transfer.
No, I heard
Jacoby transfers. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no. Or 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 3 no. 4 diamonds is a transfer to hearts, and then I'll do something intelligent. Any questions, any comments? So, got a few more things written up here. Nice lady in the back.
Gerber does not necessarily involve a jump.
Gerber does not necessarily involve a jump. First or last, no trump by agreement, but I'm playing with you. You bid 4 clubs and my last bid was 3 no. You're not saying you'd rather play in clubs than no trump. Just kidding? Okay. So I put this up. Is that a 16 count? What do I bid with this? I've got options. One option, just a bid 4 no. Quantitative. Look at your hand, 15 pass, 17 go, 16 do something intelligent. Okay? So how do we ask for aces over no trump? Gerber. So the auction has gone 1 no, pass 2 diamonds, pass 2 hearts, pass 4 no. I'm going to erase this because don't want you all thinking that's my hand. What do you think? What do I have? Is this quantitative or ace asking? Because it's going to be one or the other. Okay, you're going to like this. And if it's ace asking, is it key card? Okay, I'm going to give you this answer. My hand is this. What I put up there, 16 count? And a darn good 16 count. I'm going to give myself the jack just for fun. What do I want to do with this hand? Partner opens a no trump. Okay? What would I like to do? I would like to set spades as trump and then ask for key cards. Okay? I'm going to do a Texas transfer. What do I have when I have a Texas transfer? 6 of them and a hand that just wants to play in game. Unless I got you to bid spades. I set spades as trump. 4 no trump. Asked for key cards. What's that?
We're missing 4.
We're missing 4. A good partner is going to have all 4 of them. And if my partner has all 4 of them, what am I going to bid? 7 no. 7 no. Another fun story. Way back when I was becoming reasonably good at bridge, I have a twin brother. Actually, I've had a twin brother all my life. But as I was becoming reasonably good at bridge, my twin brother learned to play along with me, but it didn't have lessons and didn't play extensively, but still a darn good card player. We went to a couple tournaments and did reasonably well. And we had a hand like this where we got to a 7 spade contract where we should have been able to count 7 tricks in no trump. Okay, and the opening lead got roughed. No joy in Mudville. 7 spades down 1 where we could make 7 no trump. So if you can count to 13 tricks in no trump, try that. Yes, ma'am.
Differentiate the strength of the hand if it went a no, 2 hearts, 2 spades, then the jump to 4 now.
Okay, so this is how I ask for key cards. Okay, give me this. And now what do I have? A 17 count? Okay. Okay, now I've got a 16 count. This looks like a quantitative bid to me. I'll also do with a bad 17, 4x3 17 count. I'll 1 no, 4 no instead of just blasting. Okay, so with this hand, this is the auction we had before. 1 no, pass, 2 hearts, pass, 2 spades, pass, 4 no. Okay, I've got a way to ask for key cards when spades is trump. I didn't do that. Okay, so I don't have 6 of them. I have 5. So this is just a quantitative hand that has 5 spades.
Go over that again when you said I have a way to ask for key cards.
1 no, Texas. 1 no, 4 hearts, 4 spades, 4 no. I've set spades as trump because I have 6 of them. And now I'm asking for key cards with spades as trump. So not only did I tell you spades as trump, but I set spades as the trump suit. Okay, so spades as trump. So now I get to ask for key cards, so your king, queen of spades become more valuable. Okay? With this hand, I just have a quantitative hand with spades, with 5 of them. Look at your hand. I'm inviting you to game. I've got the same 1-no, 4-no bid I could have made before. By the way, got 5 spades. All right.
But you don't have a suit on that.
No, I got 5 spades.
5 spades, but you don't have any.
You transferred.
I told you I got 5 spades. I did that by bidding 2 hearts. No, we don't have a suit. This is just quantitative. But it's quantitative in no trump, but I got 5 spades. So do something intelligent.
And you're asking, is that you're asking for aces in that one?
No, I'm just saying, partner, I got, look at your hand. 17 we want to be in slam. 15 we don't. 16 exercise judgment. By the way, got 5 spades. So it's possible 6 spades is a good landing spot instead of 6 no. So give me something like this. Give me something like this, and it's possible that 6 spades is going to be a better contract than 6 no, because I'm moderately worried about the diamond suit. So would I accept with this hand? I've got a 15 count, but I got 4 spades and I got 3 bullets. Yeah, I would bid 6 spades with this hand. Partner's got a quantitative hand. We have a 9-card fit. Good partner's going to have the king of diamonds. So I would accept with this hand. With this hand, I'd pass. And if I passed with this hand, alas, a player of my caliber on a good day is going to take 5 spades, 3 hearts, 3 diamonds, and the ace of clubs without breaking much of a sweat. Okay? Sometimes I don't accept when the cards are there. Here, my partner had the right hand for me. Any questions, any comments? Yes, sir.
4 no. Is there any way that could be ace asking?
Nope, because I've got a way to ask for aces over no trump. What is it? Okay. Good question. So, God, I love you guys. And I appreciate you being here. I got something for you. Do not do this without discussing it with your partner.
Ace on the bottom.
What do I have up north? I got, honest to God, 17 count stiff club. No trump, 2 clubs, 2 spades, 4 no. would be quantitative.
Can you define quantitative?
Quantitative is look at your hand. You promised me 15 to 17. If you have 17, we want to be in slam. If you have 15, you don't. It's the same bid as 1-note trump, 2-note trump. Partner, you told me you had 15 to 17. I've got 9. 8 or 9. Okay, look at your hand. 17, you want to be in 3. 15, you don't. 16, exercise judgment. Okay, so with this hand, okay, I told you I was going to get everything. I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to get everything done that y'all really need to know about by noon. Yes! Okay. So with this hand, some people would play 4 clubs as key card Gerber. Okay, because 4-note trump would be quantitative. Okay, no trump, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 4-no, quantitative. Okay, so if you play 4-no as quantitative, okay, 4 clubs could be Gerber. But I'm going to give you something better than that. Okay, but again, 4 clubs is ace asking, and with suit agreement, when my partner bid a suit in theory, we have the ability to ask for aces. Okay, I'm going to give you something better. Key card Gerber exists. Now, the only thing I have written up here that we haven't talked about is kickback. Okay? How many of y'all believe me and trust me that playing Roman key card is a good thing? Playing Roman key card is a good thing. We get to ask about the trump king and the trump queen. So, now I have a sequence for you. I'm not going to give you a hand yet, but the auction's gone diamond, pass, 1 heart, pass, 3 hearts, pass, and I have a hand that wants to ask for aces. 4-no, and my partner bids 5 diamonds, which playing Roman key card, we play 1430. 5 diamonds would show 0 or 3. I'm not looking at the trump queen. I want to ask about the trump queen. I can't, because 5 hearts would be, I want to play 5 hearts. And I don't want to be in slam if my partner doesn't have the trump queen. So we have a problem. Okay? The solution to the problem is something called kickback. Kickback is a bid that should knock you upside your head. Okay? So kickback, I will initiate a 1430 or 3014 sequence by bidding 1 over the trump suit. So here I would bid 4 spades. Instead of 4-no trump being our ace asking Roman key card start, I'm going to bid 1 over the trump, the agreed trump suit. Okay? If you're playing kickback, it is vitally important that your partner is also playing kickback. Again, this bid tends to hit you over the side of the head. It could be 1 diamond, pass, 1 heart, pass, 4 hearts, pass, 4 spades. Okay, same thing. We have suit agreement. I'm bidding 1 over the trump suit. Okay, it allows us to start our 1430 auction and always be able to ask for the trump queen. Okay, so it is an improvement. as long as the additional complexity just doesn't throw you for a loop. I have had someone bid kickback for me, and we were having a control showing sequence, and I passed. I'm a reasonably good, I was playing with George, by the way. All my fun stories from back in the day tend to happen with George. Not true. Yes, ma'am.
They both said, is it 3 hearts, 4 spades, or 3 hearts, 3 spades?
Both. So diamond, heart, 3 hearts, jumping to one above the agreed trump suit, one above 4 of the agreed trump suit. It's kickback.
But then below it, it's not 1 above.
It's still one above the agreed trump suit. Heart, diamond, heart, 4 hearts. Instead of 4-0 being asking for aces, key cards, 4 spades ask for key cards. Okay? Very useful, especially if you're in a minor suit.
And do all the answers change?
They're just one lower. So again, we're playing 14-30, and this is where, okay, I've fouled up, and not recently, but conventions before. All I need to do is count to 5. Look at my hand. Okay, so it is, so if my partner's bid is 4 spades, I will actually look at the bidding box and figure out what my bid is. So 4-0 trumps the next step. That's 1 or 4. 5 diamonds, 5 clubs is 0 or 3. 5 diamonds, 2 without. 5 hearts is 2 with. Okay, now look at if your partner's asking, getting him the correct response is a good thing. Okay, and this is an incredibly useful bid. Okay, because it allowed, part of the reason that Roman key card is so useful is it allows you to ask for the trump queen. Okay, same thing with 1 diamond, 3 diamonds, invitational. Or 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, if you play inverted minors, is a invitational plus hand. Being able to bid 4 hearts to start a key card auction allows me to always be able to ask for the trump queen and be able to bail out at 5 of our trump suit if I got the wrong response.
So you're just asking for the queen?
No, but on this sequence, one diamond, pass, 1 heart, pass, 3 hearts, pass, 4-0, pass, 5 diamonds. I no longer have the ability to ask for the trump queen. Because 5 hearts is, I want to play 5 hearts, and anything past 5 hearts gets us to slam anyway. Okay? So, if I had started with 4 spades, then my partner's bid would be 5 clubs. Okay, so 4-0 trump is 1 or 4, 5 clubs is 0 or 3. Now I can bid 5 diamonds to ask for the trump queen. So because I started not with 4-0 trump, but at 1 over the trump suit, that worked better for me. It's called kickback. It's useful. Anytime you add conventions to an auction, okay, the chances of fouling it up increase by a factor of 10. Okay, I've had, and I'm laughing. I'm not actually laughing at people, but I'm suppressing a laugh at people because we had one person asking for aces over here, and this person's answer was 4-0, and they thought they were asking for aces, and then silly things started happening. Yeah. So, yes, ma'am. Nice lady in the back.
When Lanny and I first learned kickback, we were in somehow a number that looked kind of like 5 spades. It was down 5. We were vulnerable. And we beat out the other team because they should have bid in 6.5 minutes, and it was mortifying to get a top. It was the most convoluted moment in our bridge history.
Nice bidding system.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
I was the one that messed it up.
Okay. Any questions, any comments?